guys, welcome back to Hey Manager with me, Alex, and today it's the second edition of me predicting FM26 Wonderkids. Last time round we did the goalkeepers, where I've got to admit I got a great reception from that video, so thank you very much everyone, and thank you for the support and everything you've been doing for me so far this year. 270 sub managers, as you can see right here. I was trying to hit 300 by the end of this year. I think that should be doable. I've got 5 more months to do so let's see what we can do. So yes, today we're going to be getting into fullbacks, and let's get straight into the action, shall we? So I've got 5 fullbacks. Now, honourable mentions, there's going to be a few honourable mentions here that I'm going to have to go through. There's obviously some great youngsters out there that are fullbacks. I've gone through Hector. There's other ones that, you know, you're going to know some of the youngsters that are already out there and that people are buying and people are going after. Kirkes is another one that you could probably list. You know, under 21. I'm trying to go for teenagers here, 19 and less. Pretty much anything like that. But a Wonderkid is someone who's under age of 21. I want to try and bring through people that, you know, people that you won't know, but might be very good this year on FM and be able to get in your saves as well. Probably be quite affordable. That's the main one. So anyway, on to our first one. It's Honest Ahanor. So I have got him going to Atalanta on this because I believe he's going to go there for 17 million euros. But at the moment he's a Genoa player. That's how I'm going to do it. So he is 17 years of age. Only just turned. I think he's turning 17 years of age. Or have I got this right? I think I have. Yeah, he is 17. So far this year. So yeah, matches played 6, only got the 3 full games in this year. No goals and assists, little to no crosses. Tackle percentage is pretty high and is pretty decent and progressive carries as well. Now, Honest Ahanor, I can't say I've watched the Serie A lot this year, but his stats stood out to me because he looked very good. And then when I actually watched how he played for Genoa and watched him in the younger, sort of the under 21s, I can't remember what it's called. It's not a Serie D or Serie A1. I can't remember what it's called, but when he plays for the under 21s, he looked unbelievable. And just the physical presence of him in that Genoa side, he looks very, very good. And at 17, the physical attributes that he would have are incredible and very impressive. So I think all he has to do is start refining his game. He has got a decent pass on him. He's very good under pressure. He's very good at getting into the box. A big box crasher, in my opinion. He does and can play like a left centre-back role or a right centre-back role, but I think he's better as these like modern-day fullbacks, like bombing forward because he's so athletic. So Ahanor, on the younger side, just gone to Atalanta though, so 17 million, you'd probably be lucky to try and get him for anything less than that in the first season of FM26. But for me, if you can try and get him further down the line, maybe in the second season, get him on loan. If you're a lower league side, get him on loan, or if you can try like buy him after the first season and get him in, because he will become one of the best players, I think, in FM anyway, because he looks really, really good. Next up is an obvious one. You probably know him, you've probably seen him, you probably all know of him by now. It is Hector Fort. Now, he was born 2nd of August, so he's 18 years old, about to turn 19. So yeah, probably still in that Wonderkid sort of era, but this year he had a bit of a breakout season, I think. Matches played 20, only 7.2 full games. No goals or assists to account for it though, but as you can see, getting forward, the crosses and the progressive carries are impressive. Very impressive. He is your typical attacking fullback, I want to call it, where you look at your like historic players for Barcelona, you look at your oh wow, Dani Alves is of the world. I'm trying to think who else played for them. Wow, mind blank. Absolute mind blank. I can't remember anyone that played fullback for Barcelona now. Wow, that is really bad. But Dani Alves sort of springs to mind for me. But he likes to invert a bit more. He likes to carry the ball forwards inside to the middle of the pitch and then distribute out wide or pass it alongside. So I think for me, Hector Fort is going to be brilliant in your FM saves. You can see here, he's actually in FM24 as a 16-year-old. Looks very good for a 16-year-old. They obviously knew about him and knew how of his ability anyway back then. And as you can see here, this is my Dortmund save from the year 2032, I believe this is. He has progressed a fair bit. He's worth a lot of money, as you can see there. 26 years of age. He's at Leipzig. Leipzig are very good in that save. He's decent enough. I mean, he looks very good. He's very expensive. He's been at Barcelona for many years. Then he went to Leipzig, played quite a few games. But I think his potential is going to be even higher than this in FM26. I think he's going to look even better in the final state, and his like potential ability that he will reach. I think he'll look better than this anyway. So Hector 4, one to look out for. Looks really good in real life as well. Next up, Adam Aznu. Now, this one's an interesting one. He was on loan at, I want to say Las Palmas, but I don't think it was. It might have been Valladolid. Whoever came last in the Liga BBVA, I can't remember the name of them now. Adam Aznu, he did play for them, and he managed to get, well, he played a little bit for Bayern Munich as well. I think he played 2 games, which equates to 17 minutes, but overall, playing in the Liga BBVA, 16 matches played, 9.9 overall in about 900 minutes. No goals or assists, but again, he was very good at getting forward. The crosses, the progressive carries, not as good as Hector 4, but still a player to look out for, because Adam Aznu, he is rumoured to leave Bayern Munich. Now, whether or not he will, he's been playing the Club World Cup a little bit. He's made a few features in that, should I say. But I think he looked very promising. I think, again, like Hector 4, takes the ball, very technical, looks very tricky. Bit winger-like. I haven't included the obvious ones like Quenda. There you go. I wanted to include some like youngsters that you could say like Quenda, who looks unbelievable. Gone to Chelsea already, 17 years of age. He's a winger to me. He is just a winger. He attacks too much. He's not got that like defensive ability to his game. But for me, I think Aznu is a fullback. He's very good at crossing, reliable. Could get a bit stronger. He's Moroccan. Much like, Mazraoui played for Bayern Munich, similar path. I think he's one to watch, though. I think he looks very good technically, much like Mazraoui is, very good technically, but can he sort of, prove his defensive ability and prove his worth in a right wing-back system? That's the question. So Adam Aznu, for now, he is in FM26, you can see here. He looks pretty decent, I can't lie, looks pretty decent. Don't think I could find him in my Dortmund save later down the line, but he looks really good there. Oh, I could actually, in fact, tell a lie, I could. And he looked even better than Hector 4. So as you can see there, FM still already rating very highly. As you can see there as well, due to his technical ability, he can play all over the pitch. Left wing back, left back, you name it, he can play there. Physically very, very good, as I've pretty much already said, he's very fast. Technically pretty decent, like very good on the ball. But defensive-wise, could improve. Only 11 marking on that. I think 12 tackling. And yeah, he looks very good. Final form, he's at Bayer Leverkusen, so obviously much thought about. About 20 million euros is worth in FM26. But I think his potential, again, his ceiling will be higher. So you can see in the top right there, 2.5 stars. Current ability for my side at Dortmund, who had 4 or 5 star players in every position. I think for me, his potential ability is going to be around that 3.5, 4 star. I think he's going to be very, very good next year because his potential ability is mental. So let's see how he prepares. But Aznu, I think, you should be able to get him on the cheap because Bayern Munich, they're not going to want him. They're not going to want to try and invest all that time, all that money into a player like that. They're not going to have him on the bench. I think you could try and nick him very early in your FM26 save. Next up is Mats Rotz. Now, Mats Rotz is an interesting one. Now, he's played a little bit as a centre-back, played a little bit of a full-back, mainly a full-back. And as you can see here, he's the only player so far that has actually got a goal or an assist. So, 15 matches played for, Heracles. I think it's Heracles. But I think there's 2 Heracles sides, and it's the one that was newly promoted, and now they've been relegated yet again. So the 19-year-old, now 19, he turns 20 next year, so he turns 20 in the next season. But 15 matches played, pretty much played all of them. Actually has a goal or an assist, so he actually managed to find someone that did. 17 crosses, 19 progressive carries, decent tackle percentage as well. Half the times he's gone in for a tackle, he's going to win it. I think he looks pretty good, Mats Rotz. I've watched a few little highlights of him. I think he looks very, very like your. I think I want to say your basic fullback, but that makes him sound very simple. He does the basics all correct. He's very reliable, is what I want to say. As you can see there, 15 games played, pretty much all of them. Decent enough crosses, tackles are all there. I think he just looks like a very, very generic fullback. And that's not to say that it's a bad thing. I think he's just going to fit in perfectly to whatever system you could adapt him to. He's very young. You could try and push him and make him, an attacking fullback because he's good at getting progressive carries, dribbling on the ball, crossing. I think you could ask him to be a bit more defensive. Try and let him sit back in a 4 and try and really, pass the ball out straight away. I think you could develop into that type of player. Max Rotz is very adaptable, I think, and that's why I've included him on this. I couldn't find him in my save, in either save, so I haven't got the latest update for FM, because I know you can get a real-time version of FM now through My Scout and such stuff like that. But Max Rotz, for me, again, I think will be great next year. There he is. FM24. He's not rated very highly. He's not rated very highly. I couldn't get I couldn't find him in my Dortmund save whatsoever. But Max Rotz, again, I think will be brilliant. I think technically he's very good. As you can see, they can play centre back as well. I think physically he's very good. I think he's 6'1". He's going to be a physical left back. Probably an inverted fullback is going to be your best position for him if you want to play a back 3, let your other wing back bomb on. But for me, he is going to be very, very good on FM26 this year. He's proven himself. He was at FC20. He's gone to Heracles. They've been relegated, but he was a standout player. It's not to say that he's not going to be brilliant in the future. I think you're probably looking at 3 stars, maybe current ability, but for the value you would be able to get him for, because they've been relegated, because he'll be so available on the market, because he's in the Eredivisie, he's going to be cheap. I think he's going to be fantastic to get into any of your sides. So, Max Rotz is the man to me. And then finally, this is my new gem. Now, this is going to be a gem, and I reckon we probably could all afford him. It reminds me a bit of the Gerd Schroeder incident, where everyone would buy him on FM. You'd see him in everyone's FM team, Gerd Schroeder. He's now gone to Leipzig. He's not really fitting too well. He's not adapted too brilliantly, but he's not, he's not an FM sort of player now, because he's always at Leipzig. They always ask for 70 million for him. You can't really get him. Same is going to be with the French centre back. What's his name now? I can't remember his name. His name escapes me. But anyone that goes to Leipzig, all them Red Bull type teams where they're trying to make money, they get a release clause and you can't afford them anymore. So everyone forgets about them. Givaro Reed. Remember this name? Givaro Reed. I think this guy... Now, I know there was Malacia, who was at PSV. I know there was a lot of other players that look pretty decent. This guy's the real deal, though. To me, this is your 4 to 5 star potential wing-back for any save. He's just turned 19. So, he's going to be turning 20 late next year. So, you're in a fortunate position now where you can see he's going to be able to, you're going to be able to get him in, and he's going to be 19, Wonderkid, go into the 20s, and then straight into your sides. I think you're going to need 1 year of development straight in your sides. 29 matches played, 24.7 full matches, that is. 8 goals and assists. Now, this is the big part, the output. I haven't included, your traditional wing backs. These are my full backs that I'm trying to go through here. He is providing and scoring goals and assists, but also he's got the crosses and the progressive carries that fit in with your fullbacks, but he's also got your tackle percentage. Now, that's major. That, to me, is the major sign. So, he is, to me, what every fullback used to be. Your Ivanovic, your Azpilicueta, really robust, really strong, but could then deliver at the other end of the pitch as well. Great crossing ability, carries the ball forward, so he's a bit more modern than those players that I've mentioned, like your Azpilicuetas and your Ivanovic's, but tackling's brilliant. This guy is your 5-star potential ability. If he isn't on FM26, they've not done the research correct, because this guy, when you watch him, a physical specimen, great on the ball, really good technically, just doesn't let anyone beat him. He's fast is another one. He's very, very fast. So this guy is going to be your man. Now, on FM, as you can see here, wasn't rated very highly on FM24. Now, obviously, he's been a bit here and there. You can see he's had 2 previous clubs as well. Went to Feyenoord relatively soon after that. Was played then in FM24, so this will be 23-24 season. He's had 2 seasons at Feyenoord now. He's now pretty much a starter, I think, for Feyenoord. I don't think again I could find his. No, I couldn't find his final form at Dortmund because he wasn't in my save. But this guy, he's going to have a massive glow up. So 17 years of age, wasn't really relatively known. Don't think he had that higher potential at all with on FM24, should I say. But for now, FM26 at 19. Well, just turned 19, 18 turned 19. He's going to be a wonder kid for me. He's going to be up there. 5-star potential ability. Going to be affordable. He's at Feyenoord. Get him in for 10, 15 million. You know, that's one of your relegation side sort of budget. Straight up. That'd be perfect. So, to me, he is the man. He is the man for the job, and he's going to be my gem, my main pick, I think, and I will hang my hat on that. And if he's not highly rated on FM, they've not done the research, let's put it that way. So there we have it. There's my top 5 fullbacks for now. Next up, I'll be doing centre-backs, and then we'll be moving on to your CDMs, your wing-backs, and we'll go on from there as well. So hopefully this is pretty, you know, I'm enjoying looking at some youngsters on here. Then I'll formulate, you know, if I go through every position, let's do goalkeepers, fullbacks, centre-backs, wing-backs, CDMs, centre-mids, wingers, and then we'll go, you know, I think I'll implement left mids and wing backs into the same type of one, and then left wingers and forwards, then strikers. So I'll end up with a good, you know, 40, 50 players in a shortlist. Then we'll be able to see how well I predicted my FM Wonderkids. So yeah, hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did as ever, please leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and I shall catch you in the next one. From me, Alex, have a great day. Ciao.